So I read the 12 rules of Jordan Peterson. He's obviously a fan of rules. What is your favorite rule in life?
This book of Jordan Peterson, 12 Rules of Life, I would rename
I believe it's 12 rules for life.
12 Rules for Life, I would rename it into how to walk through life with closed eyes. So if your eyes are closed and you are walking through life in total darkness, then you need rules. And that's how people live their lives. In the Old Testament, there are 632 rules. And people cannot imagine their life without rules. And they feel that they must be guided by some kind of a conceptual structure. And most of us in life, we are guided by certain rules. And beyond rules, we are guided by our beliefs. We are guided by our superstitions.
Indoctrinations.
Yes, we are guided by our convictions of how life should be. So the rules which we follow, they represent only the tip of the iceberg. And underneath the iceberg, if you go all the way down, there will be a human condition in which you live. The matrix which humanity created, the conceptual matrix, semantic matrix, the matrix of language by which we got indoctrinated as we grew up. So, even those people who are completely misguided in life, they are still guided by the concepts which they bought into. They guided by all their concepts which were projected, they were inculcated with all those concepts. So now, is there any other way to be guided in life? Not by rules, because all the rules are rooted in the past.
Or possibly in fear.
Well, what
Because
is
if you have
fear?
no fear, why would you have rules? Because it seems to me like you'd be afraid of something to make a rule for it not to happen.
It's the rules are created in order for us to function socially, right? To fit in the group, to be accepted, to be welcomed by the community, to be social in life, to be part of our family,
Part of a tribe.
part of our tribe, part of our society, part of our workplace. So it's basically like, what is a social life? It's a life where we are interconnected. We are connected with other people. And how are we connected with other people? On the basis of rules. Rules are guiding our life. And to perform in life, there are certain things that are noticed that are beneficial to be productive, and certain things are noticed that lead to unproductive life. So it is, if you don't know anything better, that's a beneficial thing. You need to know rules how to operate in society. But when you look at it closer, all of it is a past base. All of it is a memory based. All of it is the knowledge based. But, so if you live in the past, from the past, that's all that you get, and then psychological knowledge, cognitive psychology will be very helpful to you. But it's like a bandage on the very deep wound. Because it covers the possibility of living life on another level. Life can be lived from the present moment, from the experience of being alive, from the place of awareness. Awareness is not past-based, it is present-based. So, what do I mean by that? What do I mean by awareness? Awareness is kind of the experience of, it's like what people experience when they take ayahuasca or LSD. They are temporarily disconnected from their memory, from their identity, which is nothing else but indoctrinated mind. So you have all these beliefs, all this dualistic, conceptual base of how things should be and shouldn't be, of what's good and what's bad and what's beautiful and what's ugly and what's the preferences and all of that, right? So that's the basis of your identity. Your identity is conceptually based. It lives in the language. It lives in the stream of thoughts. In the stream of thoughts, you are showing up as the one that is needy of guidance by the rules. But if you put your mind for the moment, you put your mind aside, your mind of accumulated knowledge, of rules, of beliefs, of superstitions, of conclusions, of positions. So if you are capable, for a moment stop your life, because there's a movement of thoughts, there's a movement of the past. So life unfolds from the past and pollutes the present moment. So the past clouds the experience of being alive in the present moment. So the present moment is not experienced. So we don't know who we truly are. We don't know our true identity, our true self, which is the experiencer of it all. The experiencer of it all is the same in your case when you were 5 years old or 10 years old or 20 years old or 40 years old. Doesn't matter. When you look at the past, the experiencer is different from the experience. The experience which comes into your space is something that impermanent. It comes and goes. But the experiencer, the beingness, what I call being, experience of just simply being alive, of being here and now, of being not in here and now, but being here and now itself, right? That is absolutely non-conceptual. It's non-conceptual. So, and also that is your attention, pure attention to life. The attention is just another word for beingness, or the experience of being alive, of a now, here and now, of the present moment. Your attention is always you. It's always equal to you. You are your attention. There was no time in your life when you had no attention. You always are capable of paying attention. As a child, as an adult, right? So attention, your attention is always here. Always yours. So that's where your power lies in attention, in ability to pay attention. That's the only power that you have in life. So it's very difficult to see, but if you put your mind just for a moment aside, your conceptual mind, all your beliefs, all your ideas of how things should be, could be, and everything, all that thing, if it's aside for a moment, what's left is pure attention. The pure attention is who you are. Now, that pure attention is stolen because you are hypnotized in life. From childhood, you are trained, inculcated, indoctrinated to give this attention to the experiences of life.
Rather than to life itself.
Yeah, rather than to a beingness itself, to attention itself, right? Can you experience your attention?
So have your focus on attention itself.
Yeah. So
have attention on
the
attention.
trick is to turn attention on itself. It's possible. It turns around.
Sounds like a bunch of smoke and mirrors.
Well,
I always thought you were a magician.
Life is a bunch of smoking mirrors because your attention, like you are a hostage of the matrix. The matrix stole your attention.
Right.
So your attention is diverted from where your power is. It's diverted where your treasure is.
Right.
Your treasure is attention itself, not what it is paid to. What is paid
That's how it
to-
becomes intention. Attention turns into intentionality with that mechanism that you're describing.
Well, pure attention produces pure intentionality. Attention which is lost in the world produces corrupt intentionality.
Right.
You see?
The
Because
wrong intentionality, the narcissistic, hedonic
Yeah.
psychopath, like
Yes.
Jordan Peterson likes to say.
Yeah. It's kind of it's kind of Hitler type of intentionality.
Well, exactly.
Right? It's like I'm going to extreme here, but to give that an example, like Hitler, he had a tremendous intentionality, but his intentionality and all, guess what? He had a lot of rules in life. He was a vegetarian.
He had his own set of rules for life, that's for sure.
Yeah, he was not,
Not
a
for his
womanizer,
sake, his
womanizer.
for humanity, in fact, not
Yeah,
just for.
so he was guided by his strong principles, right? And yet, all those principles were coming from him being indoctrinated in a very, very negative way since he grew up as a child. So he made up all kinds of concepts that were absolutely, they had no workability in life. But I tell you, no matter what concepts you are, no matter how you are indoctrinated, let's say you're indoctrinated by the best possible rules, which really works very well in life. Of course it's better than have rules that don't work at all, and right? But yet, the very paradigm of rule is a paradigm of not being authentic and spontaneous, right? If I would have any rules in life, I would not be able to talk like I'm talking right now. Because I'm not talking from any conceptual ground.
Or any memory for that
I
matter.
have memory or past or nothing. Nothing exists for me except the present moment of being alive right now. Nothing exists for me right now except awareness itself. That's what it is, right? When attention turns upon itself,
Then it becomes the light of awareness.
yes, exactly. It becomes a light of awareness of what Jesus said. He said, "You are the light
To the world."
And he said, when you have a light in the house, a lamp in the house, you do not place it underneath the table. You place it on the high pedestal in the house so it gives light to everything, illuminates life in the house, right? So that's that kind of life. That kind of life, that kind of life is light of awareness. Awareness is the light which illuminates life, not in the way...
In the macro way, in the big picture way.
Absolutely. It's not how rules work. Rules guide you in the darkness. Awareness... Yes, our kids are in the movie theater. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, we are... See, this person was guided by rules. we had nothing to do with anything. We are sitting in the remote corner of a movie theater, you know.
In a closed cafeteria.
Yeah, he had, well, something, in his universe, something is not right. And he walked a very, very long distance, if you would know where he was. Just to act as we are okay now, just because we are talking. So that's what it is. So the awareness is the guiding light. It's just a guide. It's illumination of life. It's not when life is illuminated. When life is illuminated, you do not need any concepts. You will be naturally guided because you will see where you're going. You need rules only because you don't see where you're going. You do not see. Your eyes are closed or there is no light. But if where you're going, so imagine you are driving a car, right? You're driving a car and in the darkness, your front lights are off of the car. Is that comfortable to drive?
No.
No, it's not. So what kind of rules will help you in that situation to drive your car, right? Very few. And that's how it is. And they will marginally help or don't help at all. So you have to be just, the rule in that situation will be drive very carefully, very slow, right? Not to hit anything, right? Be super careful. So in life, the same way. So because we don't see where we're going, there's a constant anxiety. We feel threatened. And most of it, the fear which we experience is coming from that very point.